Yo guys, welcome! Yesterday, sololevelingarise just finished a live stream for Special Program 9.5. This time I will recap some important points from the live stream. What are the upcoming updates in patch 9.5? Let's get into it. The first one there is a new hunter, Seorin, water element breaker, that has scaling damage from its skills based on your max HP. In basic attack, it gives water damage and weak break. Then, the core attack gives the effects of weak break, airborne and super armor. Next, support skill gives medium break and airborne effects. Besides that, when you use this skill, it will trigger the elegant charisma effect, which is when you succeed in breaking the enemy, will increase the duration of the break effect for a few seconds, and at the same time activate the limited break effect, which will increase the damage dealt of yours by a certain % for a few seconds. Then the QTE skill gives the weak break and airborne effects.
Alrighty, here we are at the usual place where we figure out what the hunters do. Let's start off with the ice splits their basic attack.
There she goes, and she slides forward a little bit too.
What the heck?
Nice
The core
movement,
attack
right
rides a
here now.
motorbike.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's a
expect
good
that.
feeling. And let's check out the core attack. It's just fun. Pure fun. I mean, it's...
Move to basic skill. Skill 1 gives medium break and super armor effects. In addition, when you get hit in the middle of the rotation, extreme evasion will be activate. Next, basic skill 2 gives medium break, airborne, and super armor effects. Surprisingly is his ultimate skill. It can give airborne effects and almighty break.
Okay, so the first one is you gotta hold down the skill, and it's kind of revving up the engine. It's thematic, but it also is very satisfying to hit as well. So you gotta see the dial, get the speed up.
Yeah, I love that little heads-up display.
All right, and the second skill here, like you said, a little bit of a ground pound, jumping up into the air and smashing down with
Nice.
a lot of ice. Cool, and then her ultimate skill, I think it speaks for itself.
Ooh.
Just the facial expression on Seorin right there is just like stone cold, ice
Cold
cold.
as ice. Absolutely.
Cooler than being cool.
Cold as ice.
Okay, so let's see here. So I want to show you guys off something real quick. So like we said earlier, if you dodge with that one while you're doing it, you get that extreme evasion as well.
Nice.
So that's something you can do there, and then let's just break it there. And then also, once you break, you start doing some more damage, so that's pretty cool as well.
I also love that little ice shard effect that appears in the corner of your screen.
All right, let's see. So let's see how much break the ultimate does as well. So that does have break as well. For you guys to see the basic attack some more, get the core attack in here, get little rockets, and then boom.
Nice.
So yeah, what you'll see is doing the most damage is the little rockets that she flies out from her.
Yeah, those ice missiles that are fired simultaneously with some of her other attacks.
Yeah.
Those are also ready to pack a
Do
wall
a
up.
lot of damage. All
Nice
right.
work.
Thank you. So it's nice and easy to showcase. Let's move on to the passive.
Switching to passive, when Seorin and the team successfully break the enemy, it will increase the break duration for a few seconds. When you use basic skill, core attack, or support skill, the pinpoint missiles effect will be activated. When this effect is used, Seorin will launch several missiles, dealing water damage and giving the sub-zero effect when it hits the target. Sub-zero, the effect is to increase the water damage received by the enemy by a certain % and can be stacked. Next, Advance 1. Your support skill will shoot more missiles. Then, when you enter battle, the Overtake effect will be activated. Overtake. The effect is to increase the effectiveness of your break by a certain %. Reduce the damage you receive by a certain %. When the limited break effect is active, it will remove the overtake effect. In the workshop of Brilliant Light, the duration of the effect is increased. Then when Seorin and the team successfully break the enemy, the limited break effect will be activated. When this effect is active, it will reset the cooldown of all your skills. Besides that, it reduces the effectiveness of your break by a certain %. I think it's a typo, Shouldn't it increase the effectiveness of the break? Skip it for now. Continue. Increase the damage dealt of yours by a certain percent. Increase your missile damage by a certain percent. Increase your critical hit damage by a certain percent. Continue to advance 2. The number of missiles you shoot from your core attack or support skill will increase. Next, advance 3. When you enter battle, the Battle T effect will be applied on the entire team, which is the effect are to increase your defense and max HP by a certain percent and restore your MP by a certain percent continuously with infinite duration. Move to advance 4. The damage from the water element hunter in your team will increase by a certain percent for each water element hunter active in your team formation. Last but not least, advance 5. Critical hit rate and critical hit damage from your missiles will increase by several percent. In addition, the effects of your passives Sub-Zero and Limited Break will increase. Moving on to Seorin's signature weapon, here you can increase your HP stat by a certain percent and increase your missile damage by a certain percent. Okay, let's continue. There will be a chapter update from Reverse Hard later. And there are some costumes from Seorin too that you can get later.
See it? Okay, we'll go back. There you go. In all its glory. You can screenshot it to make it last longer. Now let's get into the gameplay, which is everyone's here for, right?
Let's go.
This is a fun fact, is that we sometimes have temporary names for...
Next update, there will be a new boss, Monarch of Transfiguration Yogament.
Echo's costume was the boyfriend shirt.
The boyfriend shirt?
The boyfriend shirt
That's
costume.
amazing.
We were like, what could that mean? Ah, I see.
That does make sense, actually. And also letting everyone know, getting that, disclaimer in here, I have not practiced this much because, it's not in any of those modes that you see as much, but...
It's also almost like you've been real busy.
Yeah, that too. But no excuses, right? Only reasons.
Yeah. Step your game up. Level up.
Always. So now that we no longer need break, you can see that she actually will start doing more damage as well instead of getting that break. Because you saw that break bar just disappeared up there as well. Let's see. Yeah, I think I only fought this guy like twice during my, just very briefly when I did the hard mode, and then, oh, that was close. And then the reverse regular story mode, which lasts like 2 seconds, so you don't really get to fight it as much because you just destroy it if you've been playing for a while. Get the extreme evasion with the ability here, and let's get the ult off to get that extra break on the evil eye.
Ooh.
So wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna dodge that.
Yeah, I would dodge that if I were you.
What, just a big purple portal gate wall?
No, just walk right into that.
It
I'm
sounds
sure
like
that'll
an
go well for
adventure,
you.
doesn't it? Doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, I probably should not be touching. Like, I'm almost dead. Yeah.
Oh no!
It's all right. As long as we get the ult in here, I think we'll be fine. I've been practicing some other content, so which you guys will be able to see a little bit later this week, hopefully. Get the break in here. Let's finish it off with Seorin as well. So not too bad. Not the cleanest fight ever, but it's here. It's a Monday, I don't have my usual Wednesday practice.
You got that magic Wednesday energy. Can't play on a...
And finally, the first gift code appears. Next, there will be 6 new artifact sets in the upcoming update. First, there is the Chaotic Wish set. The 2 sets of effects are when you use the ultimate skill. You and your teammates will get the Wish effect, which is the effect are to increase your attack by 8% with a cooldown of 25 seconds and duration of effect 10 seconds. 4 sets and 8 sets are still not spilled here. From the effects, it seems like it will make this artifact perfect for Hunter DPS.
Attack by 8% to them and their teammates. So This is a new support option, because I know a lot of supports are basically just running Blessing Set a lot nowadays, or some of the other ones, but it's a more option.
Next, there is Chaotic Desire. The effect of 2 sets is when you attack with an attack that gives break damage, it will trigger the Desire effect. Desire effect will increase your elemental damage by 0.5% and can be stacked up to 20 times with permanent duration. Then in the 4th set of effects, when the stack of your Desire effect is at its maximum, it will change to the Enhanced Desire effect. Enhanced Desire, the effect is to increase the damage from your skills that have a break effect by 30%. Then it can increase elemental damage from yours and teammates by 20% with permanent duration, and can't activate the Desire effect while the Enhanced Desire effect is still active. Continue to 8 sets. When you attack an enemy who has elemental weakness, it will increase the effectiveness of your break by 30%. Then the Enhanced Desire effect changes to Chaotic Desire. Chaotic Desire. The effect is it can increase the damage from your skills that have a break effect by 50%. In addition, elemental damage from yours and teammates will increases by 40% with a permanent duration, and can't activate the Desire effect while the Enhanced Desire effect is still active. Seems like this is a new artifact for Breaker, seen from its effects.
And 8-piece set, the second of it. And the third 8-piece set that we're introducing level 100 is called the...
Next, there is the Chaotic Infamy set. The 2 sets of effects are when you use a skill, you will get the Infamy effect. The effect is that it can increase your basic skill damage by 1.5% and can be stacked up to 20 times. Then it can increase the damage you receive by 1% and stack up to 20 times, with a permanent duration. The skill effect is a double-edged sword, guys. Continue to 4 sets. The effect can increase the Infamy effect to Enhanced Infamy. Enhanced Infamy. The effect is to increase the damage from your basic skill by 2.5%, which can be stacked up to 20 times, and can increase the damage you receive again by 1% and stack up to 20 times, with a permanent duration. Besides that, when you use basic skill, it will recover 5% of your MP, with a 30 seconds cooldown, and can't activate the Infamy effect, while the Enhanced Infamy effect is still active. From its effects, this artifact is suitable for hunters who focus on basic skills. Here we don't see the effect of the 8 sets from the caster, so just continue to the next artifact. There is a new artifact accessories set, namely Destructive Instinct. 2 sets of effects are to increase the damage from your skills that have a break effect by 30%, and in 4 sets, it can increase your skill damage effect by 60%.
30%, and the skill damage increase effect increases to 60%, so this is really going to help with the damage for your breakers. And then next we have the...
Next, there is the Shining Star artifact. The effect of the 2 sets is when you or your team take turns entering battle, will increase your attack by 12% with a cooldown of 20 seconds and an effect duration of 10 seconds. In 4 sets, the effect is to increase the effect of the previous 2 sets to plus 28% attack with a duration of 15 seconds. Last but not least, there is a new equipment artifact, namely Iron Will, with 2 sets of effects that can increase your defense by 8%. And in the 4 sets, the effect is when you use ultimate skill, it will increase your defense by 5% and can be stacked up to 5 times, with permanent duration. Besides that, it can increase your ultimate skill damage by 50% once, with a cooldown of 20 seconds. The next update will have a new feature that can increase the level of your artifact to level 100, and will need new material to upgrade its level, namely Artifact Reforged Stone, which can increase the level of your level 75 and 78 artifacts to level 100. You can get this material from Instance Dungeon and Encore Mission. Next, there is another new feature that can fusion Legendary Skill, Rune and Blessing Stone with a guarantee of getting Legendary Skill and Blessing, because there is no tier other than Legendary in the reward list, but the drop is still random so you can't choose, and need new materials for the fusion, namely Legendary Skill Rune, fragment, and legendary blessing stone powder, which can be obtained from the new Hunter Pass, which will be released in the next update. Okay, the next feature is that your armory slot will increase to 18 slots in the next update. And there is SLC 2025 as well, which will start on Saturday the 12th of April. Finally, the second gift code. These 2 coupons will expire until Wednesday at 7 AM Indonesian time, so make sure you claim them immediately.
Nice.
Okay, the live stream is finished. Disclaimer, this live stream is still early information, and it could possibly be different on the release day later. For more information, I will make it in the next content after the update. So make sure stay tuned to this channel so you don't miss out, guys. Okay, that's all for now. If this video helps you, you can subscribe to this channel for more interesting information. As always, if there is any information from me that is wrong, feel free to correct me in the comment section. That's all from me. I'm Gilgabolg, sign out. And for all of you, don't forget to
起きろ。